KURV. Amazing. It's already Thursday again. Wow. So you know what that means? If you're a regular listener, every Thursday we check in with family at Edinburgh Consolidated Independent School District. And today you can join us, as always, when we have these conversations. You go to 710 KURV Facebook Live. So we're broadcasting on 710K Facebook Live as well. Dr. Mario Salinas, our superintendent for schools. And we welcome aboard Mr. David Molina, is the new Director of Safety and Security for ECISD. Let me start with you, Dr. Salinas.
Yes.
The primary role of a Director of Safety and Security at ECISD, what will it be?
Well, Sergio, before I describe that,
Yeah.
we have been discussing this position since the summer. We were back and forth with the Board of Trustees, with citizens committees from our community on this particular position for our school district. As you well know, safety of our children is a priority in Edinburgh and every other school district in our state and nation. It's top priority. And I tell everybody that I speak to, parents want their children to have good teachers and they want their children to be safe. So we felt that this particular position is of critical importance to us, so that this individual will coordinate all safety activities at all our facilities, especially our campuses, and we have 44 campuses.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than have a hopscotch of staff taking care of different aspects of security, we wanted one person to coordinate all activities. And so this individual, this job is a responsibility, priority is to keep our children safe through coordinated actions. He's not by himself. He has a lot of people, different departments to assist, but his primary responsibility is to coordinate activities and to make our schools safer and our facilities safer. And I'll let him do a little bit of the talking back and forth with you, and he can give you a little bit of his insight on his background and why he chose to come over here with us.
Director of Safety and Security, Edinburgh, CISD, David Molina. Welcome to the program, Dave. You know, as Mario was explaining all this to me, I was thinking police chief, right? And I'm thinking, well, there's probably a director over at SWAT. But then on emergency stuff, man, you got a lot of other stuff. You got like fire, issues as well, and anti-drug, get-togethers, conversations with the kids, and all of the safety stuff that's related to this. So you'll be dealing with all those people, right? Anybody that fire issues, police issues, SWAT issues, like have a powwow with all these folks?
So I'll be in charge, or this is going to be an all hazards approach as far as us dealing with anything that might include safety for the campuses, for the staff, and for the students. We'll be looking into any type of issue that might come across. It could be fire, it could be law enforcement issues, it could be natural disasters, it could be health, including for our children. So It's going to be an all hazards approach.
So when you get like the surprise inspections at the campuses, right, from the state of Texas to see it, make sure all the doors are locked and all that, your point on that then from this point on, right?
Yes. So when it comes to these safety audits are going to be conducted by the Texas Education Agency. Yes, we'll be informed of any findings that they find at the individual schools. It could be unlocked doors. It could be certain gates that aren't working. So we'll get some feedback from the state, and then they'll give us some recommendations, and then we'll implement those corrections.
Tell me about your background. Tell us a bit about yourself.
So I retired as a lieutenant with the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office in the Patrol Division.
Okay.
Most of my years were in the Criminal Investigations Division.
Wait, hang on a second. I'm sorry, Dave. Dave Molina is Director of Safety and Security, Edinburgh CISD. You retired from the Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
Estás bien pollito. Tragaños. You haven't aged a bit, dude. How many years were you with the Sheriff's Office?
I'm sorry?
How many years were you with Sheriffs?
20 years and 3 months.
Mira nomás. My goodness. What are you
doing? He retired to come join our team.
Well, see, that's awesome. 20 years of experience. I want to know, like, what do you drink? What do you eat? How do you stay so young? There's like face cream, or what do you do, man? You don't age. 20 years and retired from the Sheriff's Office. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I had to get that in there because you look so young. Well, obviously, you got many years to go, Lord willing. very strong years to go in leading up the security efforts, efforts at ECISD. What's the first thing you'd like to do at the district? Anything you have in mind immediately? Boots,
So
hit the ground running.
Immediately is to review the emergency operations plan. I need to get very, very familiar with the plan and the specifics on how the district is going to deal with these all hazard events.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary is going to be to be familiar with these schools. We have 45 schools. We have 4 high schools, 7 middle schools, 31 elementary schools, and 3 alternative schools. So that in itself is to become familiar with these individual campuses and their personnel and the students.
So I'm thinking, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm speaking with David Molina, you guys on the radio. We're doing 710 KURV Facebook Live. It's our weekly conversation with our family at Edinburgh CISD. Dr. Mario Salinas joining us, Superintendent. David Molina, a 20-year vet, Sheriff's Office, now the Director of Safety and Security at Edinburgh CISD, helping to coordinate all these safety issues. Could be fire, could be police, could be response, could be health-related. Try to coordinate all that for our schools in Edinburgh. So I'm thinking, Dave, you'll need to sit down and brainstorm, like, what could go wrong? It could be, I don't know, some truck rolling over, chemical leak, and a cloud of stuff headed to a school. Like, how do you respond to any and all safety situations? That's what you need to do. So do you have a team that's helping you, an immediate team of people that are helping you to talk about these things?
Yes, so the district has a team on board, and I'm meeting with them weekly. And as far as anything is that might affect the school, right, my job is to coordinate with any responding agencies like law enforcement, fire, public works, emergency managers. So like you said, for example, we might have a vehicle fire near our school.
Same.
We might have a police dealing with a situation at a home nearby. And my job will be to inform the principal of that specific campus, and for us to coordinate with the Edinburgh School District Police Department and formulate a plan, or there's going to be a plan in place already, but just to execute the plans that are in place.
Tornado response, hurricane preparedness and response, all that stuff falls under your to-do list. Okay, well, welcome aboard. It's and this is just Edinburgh being Edinburgh, Mario. I know you guys have always been on, the leaders when it comes to having a police department, having a SWAT team, and all that. So this is a major compliment to all that.
Yes, Sergio, we were the first to put police on all campuses, and we probably still are the only one that have a police force of almost 100 certified police officers. But I doubt it. If you probably have to go all the way to Houston to get a bigger police force, the Houston area for a school district. Even on top of that, we said we still need more, so we brought in David, Mr. Molina. When we put it out the application, we had it out there. We had the vacancy out there 2 months. 160 people applied for that job.
Wow.
Sergio, and we said we are going to be very careful into who we select. It could be life or death, right? So this is a critical position, and the board agreed that we need to get the most qualified. So there was 160 people that applied, and we whittled it down to 10 people that interviewed, and we whittled it down to Mr. Molina, because what really impressed me and the committee was the how well trained and certified in all kinds of different
just like a sheriff's
all kinds
office.
of different areas. When it comes to safety, he was clearly way ahead of almost all the other candidates. And we're doing something that probably nobody else is doing. We got a director of safety and security to coordinate all safety activities, because a police chief has his hands full just dealing with police matters. Where David Molina can handle some of that.
Yes, sir.
Can help us with safety grants. Can help us with identifying weaknesses on campus. Can help us with all kinds of issues that can happen on campus. Sergio, we're doing something that nobody else is doing. We feel.
Dr. Mario Salinas, you just heard from him, Superintendent of Schools for Edinburgh. David Molina is the new Director of Safety and Security for Edinburgh CISD. Have you had a chance to conduct a real quick needs assessment, Dave? Like, I'm going to need this equipment, I'm going to need this, or something like that? Or are you still in the process of like touring and visiting everything?
So currently, I'm still in the process of touring and visiting. Our school safety executive committee already has those needs set.
Mhm.
So we know what we need and we know where we're heading to and what we're going to accomplish.
Tell me other goals that you have in mind, like for the first year that you're there. Because I know everything, I'm sure you got a long list, you're going to have a long shopping list, right? But you got to prioritize that because then you got to go back to the board and say, hey, can we buy this, buy that, things like that. So tell me about your primary goals for this coming year, Dave.
So again, my primary goals are to familiarize ourselves with the school district itself, with the campuses, with the personnel, and obviously with the emergency operation plan. And then I'll get with Dr. Salinas as far as any other needs that I might need in order to enhance the safety.
Are we almost there? Either Mario or David, either one of y'all can answer. Are we almost there? Because I know we've been talking numerous times about the bulletproof shields that we need for our officers, cameras, fencing, the background check system, all that stuff. Are we at 100%, or are we almost there to have all campuses fully hardened and staffed and equipped with what we were hoping to do for safety issues?
Some campuses are more hardened than others. Some campuses are completely ready to go with the door locks, with cameras, systems, with automatic gates. We're not there, and that is going to be one of the jobs that Mr. Molina is going to be on top of, to making sure that whatever funding we need to fortify our campuses with cameras, secure entrances, camera systems by the doors, automatic gates, all of that. We're not completely where we need to be, Sergio, to answer your question, but we're getting there. And this is going to be part of Mr. Molina's responsibilities to make sure that we get them done in a timely manner.
Yeah, check that. Did you get some extra money from the state of Texas for security expenditures?
We did. We got in totality grants of probably $2 million or more.
Okay.
And still getting some.
Dave, you mentioned grants. Do you think there's some untapped money that's out there from other organizations and money pools that we could tap into to help make those purchases faster at Edinburg CISD?
There are grants out there, and many times, Sergio, when we spot a grant and complete a grant, we'll go ahead and spend our own money and then reimburse our own monies once we get the grant, once they approve the grant. But there's money for safety and security in Texas schools. There are a lot of money.
All right. Anything else, Dave, you want to mention to parents, people working in the community, as far as your new role at Edinburg CISD when it comes to safety and security?
So I'm very honored, and I'm very, leaving the sheriff's office, it took a lot of prayer on my end to know that this is the direction I needed to head into, and it came to fruition. And again, I'm very honored. I'm excited to be here, and my goals are just to bring my experience and everything that I've seen and gone through to enhance and to secure the Edinburg CISD.
Mario, final thought, final word before I let you go.
Sergio, safety and security will always be top of mind for us, and we're going to continue to explore ways to be safer on our campus, especially our children. So this is just another step there. We're not done. We're going to continue to emphasize safety. As you know, you and I talk safety like almost every show.
Yes, sir.
And it'll continue to be a priority for us.
Kids need to be safe, need to be secure, otherwise they can't learn. So yeah, that's topic number one every single day. And then of course, pounce on the whole education side. And you did a full background check on David, right, Manu?
I did.
He's a Cowboy fan, right?
Excuse me?
He's a Cowboy fan?
Oh, yes. That had to be a priority, too.
Yeah, I know. I know that was part of the interview process. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining us. See you next week, Manu. Thank you. Good luck, Dave. Good luck. David Molina, Director of Safety Security, Edinburg CISD, and Superintendent of our schools for Edinburg, Dr. Mario Salinas. Time is 9:58. The Sergio Show, 710 KURV, made possible this hour by Best Restaurant Supply and DLJ Commercial Roofing.